Welcome to the 20th International Conference on Learning. I'm Paula Hodgson from City University of Hong Kong.
Hello, this is Pamela Kwok from the PolyU Hong Kong Community College.
We're going to present a paper on curriculum to prepare the 21st century marketing learners. The outline of the presentation is: first, we'll look at how the curriculum addresses the changes in preparing marketing learners. Then we look at the PC usage trend in Hong Kong. And then the third thing, we'll look at the methodology, how we do this study. Finally, we talk about the conclusion. Hong Kong consumers are very heavy users of the web, and often they use the web to do the transactions as well as for communications and recreation purposes. Typically, they do the shopping and they also enjoy the social activities, but they don't want to use the web to do these activities.
In addition, a recent study done by Nielsen Media reported that majority of Hong Kong consumers are the frequent user of the internet compared with other Asian markets. The study done in 2011 reported that around 85% of Hong Kong consumers have used internet service in the past 4 weeks at the time of the study, and this implies the highest percentage compared with her neighboring markets such as Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, Philippines, and Indonesia. This also implies that using internet service has become part of the daily life of the Hong Kong people.
And let's look at the Hong Kong people, how they use PC. And generally, we take the survey. Generally, the survey was conducted by the Hong Kong government, and that this is taken by the Census and the Statistics Department of Hong Kong. And now, that's a comparison between the past 10 years. In the survey, we look at the 5 aspects of how people using the internet services, including information searching, communication, online digital entertainment, online shopping, and downloading files. And when we look at those 5 areas, basically we see a very huge penetration and usage of information search, particularly between year 2001 and year 2012. We see that now in 2012, we're talking about 95% or nearly 96% of people using information search. And then relatively, the use of the PC for communication is equally high. We're talking about 90%. And the lowest one is downloading files. Even though it's very convenient for Hong Kong people to download files, we talk about 34% in year 2012. Let's look at the online purchasing in Hong Kong. With the same survey, actually, we see that there are a variety of online purchasing activities. The highest is that the online ticket reservation. Since it's so easy for users to go to the online ticketing office and book their tickets. So we see that there are almost 34% of Hong Kong people would buy the tickets online. And compare the other activities which is lower, and that is the online purchase of gifts. The low online purchase of gifts can be due to because they tend to buy products or gifts in the shops rather than doing it online. And it's harder for them to assure the quality of product that they buy in online. Reviewing current job market for young marketing personnel in Hong Kong. Basically, what we want to look at is what's the expectation of the employer. The study is taken between May 18th to June 13th of this year. In this, we are exploring the online classified post in Hong Kong, and we identify 42 jobs that's actually related to the new graduates. Hopefully, we would like to identify the common and emerging expectation of the workplace. In the 42 jobs, we see that there are common aspects that the employers are expecting. Typically, they have the language ability, the general proficiency in using of Microsoft Offices, and also the communication skills between people. And of course, they are expected to work in quite tight schedules and probably managing a variety of projects at the same time. So you can see the job ads on item 35 looking for marketing assistant. So they are expected to do. In the marketing assistant's job, we see that even though there are minimum of job experience, they are expected to actually have some kind of IT skills, including the use of Adobe Creative Suite, InDesign, Illustrator, and Photoshop. And not just that, actually there's a growing demand of integrated skills and abilities. As we're looking at a number of job ads, item 36, 38, and 41, looking for marketing executive or officers. So we see that actually they're expecting people with some kind of online marketing experience. And actually it would be an advantage if they have that experience. In terms of the ability, they're expected to demonstrate some kind of research skills. And probably they will help to make review and recommendation if they have to do the marketing program. And more importantly, they need to help to do the analysis and possibly to assist in the strategic plan for the marketing strategy. The employer actually expecting more about the capability of internet marketing. And actually the employer expecting the employees to have the marketing skills, not just marketing skill, but actually internet marketing skills. Ideally, if they have the experience on social media trends, and possibly if they are familiar with the online consumer behavior, that would be even better. So they are looking for the digital marketing executives. In theory and in realities, they would like them to have the ability to evaluate the digital marketing programs. So we have seen a number of expectations from different type of jobs. For item number 28, if they are doing the job as senior product marketing executive, they are expecting the experience of cloud computing, which is very new to the industry. So for people who are doing in the marketing personnel sort of job, they have to cope with the fast-growing pace of the working environment. So to sum up, actually, here's a brief summary of the expectations of all these employers for the new graduates in Hong Kong. Overall, they have to demonstrate the basic skills, how to do marketing. And that they are expecting the new graduates to have creative mindsets. They need to be familiar with the social network environment. And possibly they need to have the skills to do the investigations and also have the curiosity and proactive attitudes as they do the marketing skills. Skills needed in the 21st century. According to major studies, a worldwide study involving 250 researchers across 16 institutions, as they explore what are the 21st century skills, there are 4 categories. First, the ways of thinking. It refers to creativity, critical thinking, problem solving, decision making, and learning skills. The second type is a way of working. It refers to communication and collaborations between people. And third, the tools for working refers to information and communications technology. We commonly call it ICT, and also the information literacy. And the fourth categories refer to skills for living in the world. It refers to the citizenship, life and career, and personal and social responsibility. So those are the 4 categories referring to the 21st century. And when we do the matching of the job expectation from the employers to these 4 categories of skill sets for the 21st centuries, we can see that actually that falls in pretty well in the 4 categories. In terms of the ways of thinking, certainly they expect the employees to be creative in mind. They need to know how to solve problems. They need to provide innovative solutions. And in terms of the way of working, well, certainly the employers want the employees to be communicative, and they need to work in teams together. When they are doing the marketing sort of activities, they need to work as a team together. In terms of the tools for working, well, definitely this is a surplus if they have the research skills, like the jobs in item number 4 and jobs item number 28. And certainly for the business mindsets, they need to know how to do the business analysis. And on top of that, it will be important that they do have the skills like the use of Adobe Creative Suites. Finally, when they need to work in the company, it will be nice, if not nice to have, that they can communicate internationally. And certainly, they will be probably expected to do the PR activities globally. So we have gone through from these studies, and that we have looked at the trend of the Hong Kong people, how they use the technology, and then looking at the job markets, the requirement of the employer, and also looking at the 21st skills that is expected from the marketing employers. Now we come to look at the two cases in terms of how actually university preparing the students for the job.
Okay, so this is Pamela. So first of all, let me give you some background information regarding these two cases. The target respondents of the study were business student and marketing student as well. They were doing either service marketing or marketing research subjects in the final year of the studies. Basically, a blended learning approach was used for these two cases. And then in brief, besides traditional face-to-face teaching and learning activities, Moodle was an official e-learning platform for facilitating teaching and learning activities. Furthermore, a social media of Facebook was adopted to supplement Moodle for enriching students' learning experiences, development of competence, and attaining the intended learning outcome of the subject, which we will present in our two coming cases. Here are the 4 intended learning outcomes of service marketing. In brief, the subject is planned for allowing students to be aware of the importance of service marketing in a changing business environment. In particular, for Hong Kong, it's important because Hong Kong is considered as a service-based economy. This subject also facilitates students to identify and address the marketing-related differences between services and also goods. For instance, intangibility of services. The subject also enables students to understand how to manage service encounter, service complaint, and service recovery. This is important as well because an effective management of service encounters, complaint cases, and also service recovery procedures are essential elements to sustain customer loyalty and develop positive word of mouth for the company's goodwill. For this case, we attempt to match the suggested 23rd skills with the intended learning outcome of the subject. So here is the matching of the suggested 23rd century skills with the subject's content of the service marketing based upon the intended learning outcomes. For this matching, we got 2 PowerPoint slides, and here is the first one. So you can see for 4 different columns based upon the 21st century skills that have been identified by Paris studies that we have mentioned. You can see these 4 elements, or maybe 4 different types of this required skill, also got a column to fill in. Okay, so let's move on to the next matching slide. So after seeing these 2 matching slices, overall we can see the matching result indicated that the intended learning outcome of the service marketing curriculum contents tend to focus on the three area of the skills. That is ways of thinking, ways of working, and also tools for working. Furthermore, here we would also like to draw your attention to the skills that the student are expected to acquire after completing the group project, because the group project is considered as one of the core elements as part of the training for this subject. And the details are going to be covered in our next PowerPoint slide. The group project requires each student group, with maximum of 6 students, to analyze the good and bad service marketing cases based upon the real-life experience. Each student group was required to conduct a critical and detailed review of a completed service delivery process for both good case and also bad case. For the bad service marketing case, each student group was required to apply relevant service marketing concept or theory, and then revising the service delivery process through providing a detailed revised blueprint covering front stage and also backstage elements. By doing this group project, it has enabled students to master skills in quality of services, managing service encounters, and handling complaints. Students were able to conduct detailed market analysis, drawing a blueprint in details, develop appropriate service marketing strategies, and also using Microsoft Word and PowerPoint slide for basic analysis and group presentations. Here are the intended learning outcome of our second case relating to another group of marketing students studying marketing research in the final year of the study. Before conducting the matching of the 23rd skills, here are the 4 intended learning outcomes of marketing research subjects. The first one is to identify and analyze the marketing problems and relate situation issues. Although these are basic skills, but this one is the most important skills in marketing research. And then the second one of our intended learning outcome was to develop marketing students' capability to locate relevant information source to resolve marketing problems such as product design and customer preferences, etc. Besides the subject, also help the student to locate relevant information source to resolve the marketing problems. Finally, the subject also allows students to experience simple marketing research studies and present research findings through group presentations. So here we also got another 2 PowerPoint slide, cover the matching of the 21st century skills to marketing education in terms of marketing research subjects. So here you can see the 4 different types of the required 21st century skills. Also got appropriate curriculum being matched to individual columns. So let's move on to the next PowerPoint slide. So from these 2 matching PowerPoint slides, it also indicates similar patterns. The curriculum of marketing research tend to focus more on the first 3 elements of the required skill for the 21st century, similar to the service marketing one. Training of group project under the marketing research also play an important role to facilitate students to experience the whole research process of marketing research by conducting a consumer research. And then the detail of the project study and expected skill will be presented in our coming PowerPoint slide. So here is the group project, and the group project enables students to master basic research skill for conducting both primary and secondary research. It also allows students to make use of online research tools to do consumer survey, conduct analysis, report research findings, making recommendations based upon research objective of their projects. As a result, the field project has enabled the marketing student to acquire basic and necessary skill to plan, organize, and conduct field work and finally, certainly, they are able to work in team as well.
In terms of identifying the gaps between the knowledge and skills from the course and the expectation of the employer, we can see that actually students are generally familiar with Facebook nowadays as one of the experience of social networking platform that they are encountering. However, given that this is the most or the prominent sort of exposure to social networking, there are still quite a variety of things that they haven't exposed to when they have to conduct the opinion analysis as preparing them for the e-marketing activities. Generally, we can see that there is a growing need or growing trend of the globalization in both in terms of the education experience as well as in the business world practice. So this kind of widening gap between the curriculum and the exposure to the platform may be and needed or essentially needed to be addressed. Of the four type of categories of skills that of the 21st century, certainly the skills for living in the world is not as widely or prominently being addressed in the curriculum. But this is the course provided for marketing students. As a whole, the curriculum is not limited to the marketing curriculum, other courses and also in the co-curricula. So the business students will be better prepared as they get through other courses such as the general education subjects. To conclude, students in Hong Kong has been exposed to the fast changing environment. It's not just the way how they live, but also the place that they learn, and also the working environment. To prepare them, certainly there is a responsibility from both the lecturer and also the curriculum designer, and as they are expected to demonstrate all the skills expected from the job that they are going to work on. So what we have to do as educators, this is crucially important that we prepare them with the critical thinking skills, their independence of learning, and also they need to learn the interdependence between learners, because eventually they have to work as a team together. For the curriculum designer, certainly they need to review the curriculum from time to time, because the world is changing so fast. It's not just the world, but also the business practice. So finally, this is the advice that we would like to have. Both the students and the educators need to be aware of the changing world and also the expectancy in terms of how they work in the 21st century. So this is the presentation from both Pamela and Paula. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.